morning, people on the internet. Today we're continuing our work on E30. So the game plan for today is that we need to cut out this arch, and Alex already worked on this yesterday a bit, and he made this sort of blueprint to make the new arches for the E30, and from this he made it into this. So the plan is to cut this out, put this here, and properly fit the wheels to the body and get nice fitment. And the second thing on our list is this. I don't know if you can see it like this, but this door has been bent so much because there have been many hits in here that it's just okay, it barely opens. Sometimes doesn't open at all, and that's why we need to change it. Actually, scrap the old idea. I'm not gonna put the door back inside because Adash made a very good point. If we already do this much work, we might as well add a bit more work by painting everything inside as well. So no point of putting doors. So I think what I'll need to do here now is sand it. So, there is a bit of a situation. Let me show you. Good morning.
I don't have any excuses. Apart from that, it was a good deal.
Okay, so the situation is that we've been working on E30 for the past probably day and a half since I filmed the last clip. And I didn't really want to film all the preparation job. You've seen it a million times already. Let me just show you where we're at right now. Right now, the car is ready for the epoxy primer. And we got most of it ready. Essentially 2 days of just Spachelka work, just making it somewhat decent. The car doesn't need to be perfect, but it needs to be very nice. And boom, just like that, we're done. It's looking like a good progress. And I think right now we just need to go home, relax, and come tomorrow with fresh power.
Okay, good morning boys and girls. We are back in the garage after a crazy weekend at Drift Masters, and the garage looks like a proper paint shop now. As you can see, the E30 is in primer and it's fully ready to be painted. When we were away, Adash was working hard here to make sure that each body panel is ready to be painted, and we're probably gonna paint it today or tomorrow. Everything is in primer. The primer has been sand down and prepared very nicely. The car is looking better than ever. And if we already talk about this car, I got some packages. been on the channel for longer time, you know what's inside. You know that we love braided brake lines from Pizza Brakes, and these are the only ones we use. They're super cool. I have it in most of the cars now. And when you see the color of the braided brake lines, you're gonna know the color of the car. So let's find out. Okay, got some t-shirts as well, but most importantly, yellow braided brake lines, and they are yellow to fit the color of the car. Initially I wanted to keep it purple because it already had that look of cursed E30 from NIGHTRIDE, you know, purple, dark purple E30, beaten up and stuff, and at first I want to keep it that way, but then I saw some pictures of a nice yellow E30, and we don't have a yellow car yet, so might as well. Actually, I think it's gonna look cool. And here's how to go to the second package, actually 2 packages. Now, I know you're probably thinking, why did they go with reps, with cheap wheels for this car? And my answer is because this car is a cheap drift machine. This car is meant to be driven, drifted, and probably eventually crashed again. So I didn't want to spend too much money on wheels. I think you guys understand. So I went with nice wheels for the front because we had those nice SSR Mark IIIs, but for the back we are going with reps. Let's see the face of it. So these are 15x9 Rotahachi, that's the name of them. And what I don't like about them is the black face. I don't really like the look with the polished lip and a black face, so what I'm gonna do is take those beautiful freshly opened wheels and give it a little bit of NIGHTRIDE touch. What I'm gonna try to do is remove the cap somehow, take the face of the wheels, the parts of metal that are on top, and grind them a bit with a sandpaper, so the whole star shape would be, you know, aluminum color, would be silver. So we're gonna have a polished lip and like a silver star here, and then the rest would stay black. In my mind, this should be cool. Let's find out. Okay, so this is how our wheels look. I'm very happy about the look. I just need to probably make it a bit more even in a couple places. But for very cheap wheel, I think it's gonna look sick, and it's gonna fit. The wheel is gonna fit the style of the car with the arches and everything. As you can see, we're gonna need a bit of spacers here anyway. So what's left now to do is to clean around, get rid of the dust, get rid of the stuff we don't need, get rid of this tape.
See, if that would be us before our novel course, we would just leave this. We would spray this with the air gun and be like, okay, it's fine. What's the point of putting the paper on again? But there's always some dust inside, even if you don't see it. And even though this will take us another hour to close up again, it's worth it.
Painting car is 90% prep work and then 10% just painting. The final result is all prep work. We learned that when we did Kevin.
Look how much dust is coming out of this.
Zawsze tak było. Okay, so we have everything prepared for painting. The only problem that we're having is it's 6 p.m. and at 8 p.m. it's getting dark, and obviously we don't want it to get dark because all the mosquitoes and flies, they're all gonna come here and sit on the fresh paint. So we need to kinda hurry up with all this, but it should be all good. Okay, I would love to film a bit more of painting, but look how much yellow paint is in the air coming out of the garage. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there is literally a big cloud of yellow. Look at this. I really don't want to put my camera inside to make it all dirty and yellow, so I think this is it from us painting, and the next thing that you're gonna see would be the final result. So this is it. Okay, we have a car in base color. It's looking super good. The only problem with yellow color and painting in the summer with open door is this: flies and mosquitoes. There's no way to avoid them, but color's looking super nice. It's beautiful yellow. Now we're just waiting for half an hour and we're gonna put a cherry on top, which is clear coat. We're still missing one door, front and rear bumpers and side skirts, but those parts we're gonna paint in a couple days because I'm still waiting for some parts to arrive. Sheesh. For the clear coat we are using the same product that we used for Kevin and for all the cars that we painted. So Novel Ultra, it's working very good with what we need. So let's mix it, let's put a good 2 or 3 layers of it, and this would be it for tonight. Okay, I did the first layer of clear coat, Adaś is putting a second one, and I think this would be it. It's looking so much better with the clear coat on. Good morning. Yesterday we finished at I think 1:30 a.m. I don't know, again I was thinking we're gonna paint it quickly in like 2 or 3 hours, and it took us almost 10 hours to paint everything. But yeah, we took some of the parts outside so they can dry nicely, and man, so beautiful. Of course there is many mosquitoes, like this one, there is many mosquitoes, but we have a plan how to get rid of them. But overall the shade of yellow came out so nice on the elements and on the car as well.
Maybe we should open it.
So as you know, in E30 we are running E36 suspension front and E30 suspension back, which was no problem for our friends from BC Racing to sort out with suspension for the front and from the back. And I think there's gonna be a major upgrade in handling of this car. So before we will connect the shock with the rest of the car, there is a lot of room to replace the brake line. This old rubber one's gonna go to the bin.
And that's about it for this episode. We are pretty much done with most of the bodyworks. Next thing that we're gonna do is get some spaces for the back so we can do proper fitment, do the fitment on the front. A lot of little details to do, then put the car together, and I suppose you will see that in the next video.
She looking pretty, man. I mean, I'm talking about this guy.